Sahil, we've seen many startups struggling in trying to keep their management team or founding team together. At Delhivery, you've done a stellar job in keeping both the founding team of 5 which you started with and the management team that you built along the way. What makes it work at Delhivery?
So let me start by saying that I do think we've been lucky. But in terms of what's helped us manufacture our luck to some extent, I think the first step is really you have to have a group that's passionate about the problem that you're trying to solve. Because I feel like when the group is actually passionate about the problem, what happens is that a lot of the differences that crop up along the way feel like they're much more insignificant and much smaller. Because everybody has the perspective of the large problem that you're trying to solve. Which means, as an example, at Delhivery, whether it's our founders or our management team, everybody's passionate about figuring out how to make logistics in India more efficient. And that means when we disagree in terms of the kinds of people we should hire or whether to expand or not or when to launch a new business line, we can have those disagreements in sort of a relatively safe environment while staying focused on the larger problem of making logistics efficient. That's one. The second is, over time you sort of build a culture of debate and frankly argument, and learn how to do it honestly and with a certain amount of respect and trust with each other. We have struggled with this over the last 9.5 years, but what's happened over time is we've rubbed each other's edges off and gotten much more much more attuned to each other's ways of thinking. That means that when we enter a discussion, we are debating the issue fiercely with multiple points of view, but we have the ability to walk out completely aligned, even if we didn't enter the room aligned. And that makes sure that, again, we don't lose perspective. The third piece that I would say is that over the years, what we've realized is that we will step on each other's toes at various points. All of us are fungible to some extent. But we've learned to defer to the person with the best judgment on that issue, and we've learned over 8 or 9 years who has the best judgment on each issue. As an example, our CTO will make the final call on tech. Our head of business development will make the final call on a client. And so we have these levels of hierarchy that balance each other out. And I think ultimately we just have a lot of fun together, working with each other, and it's the great adventure of our lives. And so that sort of aligns us and has kept us together all this while.